This is ABC 15 News, taking action.
Several big stories happening while you were sleeping. It's 5 o'clock on a very busy Sunday. I'm Nick Saletti.
And I'm Allison Rodriguez. Here's a look at what we are working on this morning.
Yeah, nightmare on the streets of New York City. A blast leaving nearly 30 people injured. Many wondering, is this another terror attack? Hear what investigators are now saying about all of this. Plus, terror in the sky, a plane falling right out of the clouds there, leaving one person hurt. ABC 15's Mary Ellen Resendez is on scene right now gathering the latest information out of Gilbert.
Yeah, new video coming into the ABC 15 newsroom of an intense fire in Buckeye. This one at an abandoned church building, and it's going up in flames. Investigators now looking to see if somebody intentionally set that fire. So much news to get to, but first we want to say thank you for joining us on this Sunday here. And let's go ahead and jump into your most accurate forecast. A little toasty for us yesterday, right?
In the afternoon especially.
Yeah.
Mornings and nights, not so bad, but yeah, that mercury really going up. You're feeling it in the afternoon.
I know, you really are, and today even more so than yesterday. Take a look at where we are right now. As you mentioned, Nick just mentioned those morning temperatures pretty nice. 73 degrees right now, very mild conditions. By 8 a.m., we're going up more than 10 degrees, up to 85, and warming up just very quickly here. Now, I wanted to show you ABC 15 Desert Doppler scanning the skies right now all across the state and in the valley. Not picking up a whole lot, okay? The whole state really is pretty mild and calm this morning. But as we mentioned, we are going to get pretty hot today. So look at this, 105 degrees. We're talking 5-6 degrees above average temperatures for us today. Clear conditions. It's just going to be hot. Those breezes very light. But we are in for some big changes coming in your 7-day. I'll have that plus a breakdown of your temperatures hour by hour next.
Look, you see that? It's an airplane. It's an airplane. Oh my God! An airplane just blew up.
And you can just hear the shock in people's voices, hearts dropping, fear in the eyes of so many people as they watch the huge ball of fire just fall right from the sky and onto a home in Gilbert last night. Many of you calling into our newsroom, sending in videos and photos, asking if everybody was okay. Well, the Cessna plane carrying 5 people total, 4 skydivers and a pilot, all jumping out before it was too late. Now, the plane crashing into this home here near Ray and Gilbert Roads. Neighbors saying that they were rocked when the crash happened, sending everybody into a panic. Thankfully, 2 people inside the home were in the front part watching TV when it slammed into the backside. As you can see, the home this morning is a total loss. ABC 15's Mary Ellen Resendez is live this morning in front of that home. So, Mary Ellen, we know that everyone involved is okay this morning. It's such a miracle that nobody was killed. What is next for this family and for this investigation?
Well, first off, we're going to have the NTSB and the FAA investigating. Within the hour, though, we should be able to see a little bit more of just how massive the damage is. As you mentioned, this home, a total loss. So we'll be getting that in just about an hour once the sun starts rising, because this is the home where that small Cessna plane fell from the sky and actually hit it. Now, the pilot was ejected. He landed in a field about a half mile from this Gilbert home. He did suffer some burn injuries, and we are hearing that he is at a burn unit this morning recovering. We're hoping to get an exact condition on him a little bit later on this morning. There were 4 skydivers that were also ejected. Luckily, they were not hurt. They all came down okay. Now, this crew was all part of the Constitution Week festivities right here in the town of Gilbert. Now, neighbors say as that plane was coming down, they were just stunned that nobody in this neighborhood was injured.
The plane did 2 360s and came this way. By the time he hit Larkspur here, he was in too steep of a dive. The plane was whistling. I thought he's not going to make it.
And again, this home, just a total loss. The FAA and NTSB are expected to be in shortly with their investigators and see exactly what caused this plane to drop from the sky. Live in Gilbert, Mary Ellen Resendez, ABC 15 News.
Now to our other big story, chaos in the streets of New York after an explosion rocks that city. Everybody now on high alert, and you can see the explosion. This is surveillance video from an Orange Theory Fitness Center there. You see all that debris going? My goodness, it was very scary there. At least 29 people were hurt in this blast. Now, we wanted to give you a look at what investigators believe caused that explosion. It was a homemade pressure cooker type bomb. A second device was discovered a few blocks away. Sources say it was also a pressure cooker attached to a wire and a cell phone. New York Mayor Bill de Blasio ruling out any terror connections in these, but he is calling these blasts an intentional act. It's still unclear who's behind it, but investigators say this one not connected to another incident that happened in New Jersey. Many people, though, very shaken up, as you can imagine, by this blast.
I was driving the car, and next thing you know, I felt an explosion, and the car just tilted over halfway and came back down. And what happened was I just blacked out. From next thing you know, I'm in an ambulance.
Very scary. Several departments quickly getting to this scene here, including the FBI, Homeland Security, and the ATF. President Barack Obama has been informed on this situation, but has not made a statement yet.
Just before I got off the plane, a bomb went off in New York, and nobody knows exactly what's going on. But, boy, we are living in a time. We better get very tough, folks. We better get very, very tough.
Well, I think it's important to know the facts about any incident like this. That's why it's critical to support the first responders, the investigators who are looking into it, trying to determine what did happen. We are just in the beginning stages of trying to determine what happened.
And experts now weighing in on those comments, noting that Donald Trump called it a bomb attack, while Hillary Clinton more cautiously called it an incident. Now, we are expected to get an update on that investigation at 9 a.m. our time, so about 4 hours. Meanwhile, both Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, they are responding and continue to respond to that situation that happened in New York.
A church goes up in flames. Now, take a look at this video. You can see just how intense it was. It was sent to us by a viewer. Crews now investigating it as suspicious. It happened in the West Valley near Palo Verde and Buckeye Roads. Now, fire crews telling us there is no electricity to the building, which leads them to believe that somebody may have started this. They're still working to figure out exactly where this happened in the church. As the flames grew, a small crowd gathered outside. They watched as crews from at least 3 different Valley fire departments tried to put this thing out. MCSO now stepping in to investigate. We will continue to update you as this story develops.
Well, some new information on that deadly shooting at a Glendale house party. You first saw it here as breaking news yesterday morning. We now know the name of that man killed. He was 31-year-old Robert Granado. The shooting happened near 68th Avenue in Glendale. Neighbors saying they heard arguing outside and then gunfire.
It sounded right outside my window, so I jumped up and I look outside, and all I hear as soon as I come outside is like they were really right next door to me. All I hear is screaming, help me, help me.
Well, Granado died at the scene. Another person was shot. Now, we are told that person is in serious but stable condition. So far, no arrests have been made. A father of 3 gunned down during a drive-by shooting, and after a month of no answers, this morning a tearful but strong message from his mother to the killer. Man up and come forward. ABC 15's Megan Thompson takes us through this case and what police now need to crack it.
On the night of August 16th, I was getting ready to lay down for bed, and I got a phone call from my son that my oldest son had got shot.
The timeline is forever etched in Joan Sanders McElroy's mind.
So I got up and I got dressed, and he came and got me.
A play-by-play that won't stop about the day 29-year-old Maurice Sanders was murdered.
My son was a good son. He wasn't a bad person.
Sanders' killer only described as a black male with a round face. The vehicle he fired from, a newer silver or gray Chevy Suburban.
And I just feel that it's messed up for people to go out and do stuff like this.
Sanders wasn't just a son, but a parent himself to 3 children. His youngest, just 1 year old.
They're asking me, why would somebody do this horrible thing to the dad? And I can't answer that for them.
Tonight, through the tears, this family is begging for that killer to come forward.
You know, taking innocent people's lives, and then you want to hide. You have to hunt for them for years and months, just to bring them to justice.
And if her son's shooter won't step up like she wants, she's hoping you at home will.
I just want y'all to help us. Just please help me find out who took my son away from us.
Silent Witness offering up to a $1,000 reward for information on Sanders' murder, information this family is desperate for. In Phoenix, Megan Thompson, ABC 15 News.
Well, generating tips is how these crimes get solved. Now, Silent Witness is rolling out a new eye catcher on Arizona's streets, hoping to do just that. This new Silent Witness car finally making its debut.
Whether they go to a neighborhood function or they go to a school function or an event, you know, this is a visual look of what Silent Witness looks like.
The car given to the nonprofit by Avondale Toyota, and the wrap was done by a company called Vision It.
10 past the hour. This man's weapon of choice, his dog. And he's in jail now for sicking it on a police officer. Lake Havasu City Police were called out when 38-year-old Derek Baxter allegedly hit a woman and a child. Now, he tried to get away and was tasered twice. That's when police say he yelled at his pit bull to attack. And yet, it attacked an officer, so that police officer shot and killed the dog after it bit him. This morning, that officer is recovering. 2 others have minor injuries. All right, let's talk about that most accurate forecast. A lot going on today. The Cards taking on Tampa Bay later on. It's going to be a little hot, though, as people are tailgating.
Oh, it's definitely going to be a scorcher there. So whatever you did during the summer, you're probably going to need to bust that out again. You know, the spritzers and all that kind of stuff. Here's a look at your morning run forecast, a breakdown of your temperatures hour by hour, like I promised. By 7 a.m., 77 degrees. So great to be outside. I would say a good time to go running or hiking or whatever you have planned. By 9 a.m., mild conditions, 85, but you start to see that we are getting much warmer. By lunchtime, we're back again flirting with those triple digits, and by 4 o'clock, 105 degrees. Now you will notice, too, that throughout the day we stay clear, but as we get into the evening, some clouds are going to start to build. We'll still keep things mostly clear, but that's an indication of some of the big changes that are to come. I'm going to show you that, plus give you that Cards forecast next.
One Valley family beyond relieved this morning that their 5 pets made it out safely after their house goes up in flames. How firefighters were able to save all of them. Plus, it's a rematch. 3 years in the making. We were just talking about this. The Cards take on the Bucks today. Can we expect another come-from-behind win? We've got your full preview coming up.